So, all right. So, let's shift gears over to what's it called again? House of the Dragon. And
Hmm.
it's man, House of the Dragon. This past episode, like I mentioned yesterday, um, you don't leave King's Landing. I think everything. I think everything or most of everything happens in King's Landing, right? Like
Yeah.
you get what's it called again? I believe you see Otto Hightower, like he's
Hmm.
leaving King's Landing, right? So there isn't a big time jump, which is great, but I think we there's going to be a huge time jump for tomorrow's episode, in my
Yes,
opinion.
yes.
Right?
Because I also watched the review of Angry Joe, that one. This is
Hmm.
the final episode where we see the child Rhaenyra and the child Alicent. So the next episode is already the adult version of them, the adult actresses.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the final episode with the child with the current actresses.
Okay. Okay. But yeah. So I'm. What did you think about this episode? I I actually thought this episode was actually really good. Like
Yeah,
I thought it
same,
was really well done.
same. Because I think they approached it. They knocked it out of the park because yeah, you're gonna set an episode on the wedding, on a wedding, another wedding. So the trouble with that is, as the showrunners, you're gonna need to differentiate it from the red wedding.
Yes.
Because like you cannot carbon copy what transpires in the red wedding. So
Mhm.
I think how they made the twists, the intricacies, they did it. I think they did it the right way. Like they, yes, it's classic Game of Thrones fashions. Like everyone's starting to, the chess pieces are starting to move. Everyone's playing the games. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Mhm.
Everyone's starting to move together, and you can see Viserys, like his health is deteriorating. I imagine the
Yeah.
next episode might be his last, or maybe two more at most.
Mhm.
But yeah, everyone's starting to move. Damon, I don't know. I think he might have plans for Rhaenyra. That's why he went there. Then Alicent,
Mhm.
like starting to play as well. It's like, okay, yeah, that's right. Rhaenyra's lying to me this whole time. So I gotta play too, which is, yeah, the way she entered the chambers with the green outfit, with the green gown,
Mhm.
like, because Laris, the
Oh
limp
yeah, yeah,
son
yeah.
of the Hand of the King, was like saying that means she's declaring war. She's, so it's like, oh wow. So I'm sure Alicent knows that. That's why she
Yeah.
intentionally wore the green outfit.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's I really like that. Like it's the ironic thing. Like you're expecting like Damon to cause a ruckus. You're expecting um who else? Who else is kind of like the wild one? Well, yeah, you. I was thinking like, Damon's gonna cause some commotion again, but apparently,
Mhm.
ironically, it's Kristen, the
Yeah.
King's Guard, who causes some commotion and beats up the his name is Joffrey.
Yeah, it's
Joffrey,
Joffrey, which is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, he was because he interpreted it as blackmail.
Yeah.
That, yeah, I know, yeah, you have a, you're doing it with Rhaenyra, because yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also doing it with Lenor, so let's help each other out. It's like
Yeah.
he took
Like
it as blackmail.
like with the what's it called, like the previous episode, and you can sort of see like how like he was whether or not he was guilted into doing what he was doing, or he was just following orders, right? He was not happy with what happened, right? He did not want it to do that. He felt like he basically sullied his role as a Kingsguard, and it's just, like, he definitely takes his position very seriously. Like, he takes it super seriously. Sort of reminds me of that guy from what's it called again? Forgot his name already, but it was Andor, where it's like he's like the guard, and he was like literally like his boss is like, yeah, Cassian killed two of our guys, but we're gonna
Oh
sweep it under the
yeah,
rug. And he's like, no,
yeah.
we can't do that. Like, he's literally like very. He's like, he's really, really like into doing his job, and for Cassian, it's just like, yeah, like in the beginning of the episode, it's just like, look, I gave up, I gave up what, like, everything to become what I am, and I feel like I've completely like sullied the name of being a knight and working for Kingsguard, how about we're like, if I'm willing to give that up, how about if you give up the throne and we can just go away? We can just sail away, and we can just like don't have to worry about anything. And like as but like I'm trying to see it in his side. Like for me, I'm just like no, this is I have nothing else. Like this is it. And she's like I understand where you're coming from, but like the throne is bigger than any of this. And like she's basically trying to take on her responsibility as the heir to the throne. And you're just like, damn, it's like he got the short end of the stick, right? Like he
Yeah.
like everything that he did is just like he you could tell like he is emotionally like distraught, and he's like basically just extremely upset. And you have it's just like like he gave up everything. And then um what's it called again, you have him being summoned by Alicent. And like for me, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. It's like,
Yeah.
like she's talking about the whole Damon thing, and then versus he is talking about himself. And then she was like, oh, so whether or not it was with Damon or someone else, you are, like you are basically like you're no good anymore, and you lied to me, and we're like under this like what the werewood tree. It's like you lied to the queen. Like you're not lying to your friend, you lied to your queen. And like she stood up, Allison stood up for Rhaenyra over and over again. And like to have this like a complete betrayal from this is just like it sucks, right? It's like I promise you I'm not lying to you. I'm like I'm your friend. And then that's how she feels. Like, you're my friend first, but like please tell me the truth and stuff like that. And but of course that whole the whole exchange between Alicent and what's it called again, Alicent and Kristen Cole. And then like even at the end, like he was ready to kill himself for it.
Yeah.
Right, he was ready to kill himself. And it's just like, holy shit, like he's committing like what, seppuku or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
literally like, I'm done, I have nothing else to live for. And then it's just like, holy shit, man, it's this episode was intense. But and then on the other hand, you have freaking Damon literally like scaring the horse, like he's in the veil, right? Literally scaring the horse, and then like freaking the horse, and then the horse slams on her, and you hear like a and like, oh shit, I think her
Oh.
spine is broken. I'm like, oh
Uh-huh.
fuck, what's gonna happen? And then he's like, he basically he didn't do it purposely to mess her up, but he did it nonetheless. It's sort of like you consider it like third degree, like if you accidentally killed someone, but you killed someone anyways, it's still considered, and you didn't mean to. Is like that's considered third degree murder, because third degree is like by accident. I didn't mean to do it, and he didn't. Yeah, he was just like, oh, I'm gonna slap the horse, and then she falls off, and then he commits first degree murder.
Yeah.
He grabs the rocks, like you already know she's gonna smash the shit out of her face. But holy crap, man, that like he didn't. I don't. Yeah, that scene was pretty crazy though. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, up to now, I'm not sure if, like, I think, okay, her name is, yeah, Rhea. The wife's name is Rhea. I think Damon would have picked up the rock regardless if she taunted him or not. I think that's what I think he still would have done it. I think he still would have. Like, it's just a coincidence that Damon was turning back and walking to get it.
yeah,
Just that Rhea thought was like, oh, you're so weak, you can't finish me off. I think he really had. My take is he really had the intention to grab the rock and do it anyway. It's just that she just provoked him first before he picked up the rock. I mean, that's how I interpret it. Because Damon really does not like her at all.
No.
He really, really hates her. So I think he would go that far. I mean,
Yeah,
just
definitely,
make sure,
definitely.
just finish the job.
Yeah, so someone says I think he has the intention. I think so too. Is because with the previous episode, like you can tell there was chemistry between Rhaenyra and Damon, right? You can see the tension between them. And then in this episode, it's just like, I'm single now, like I'm like if the reason why he can't like basically marry someone else is because he's basically, according to the king, he's married. So now that now that she's gone, now I can choose whoever I want to marry. And then during the whole thing with what's it called again, the when the what's it called, it's just the whole incident inside like the reception, and like she's speaking what's it called again, she's speaking to Damon, and she's like,
The dragon tongue, yeah.
yeah, like, I'm not married yet, you know, you can take me to Casterly Rock and impregnate me right now. And just like, holy shit. And you can tell like Viserys, he's like, no, 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 no,
Oh
right?
no, yeah.
Like holy, like, but man, it's it's just the whole thing that's happened. And what so refresh me, like what's it called? Viserys earlier in the episodes, like he goes to the like the sea serpent, right? Was it sea serpent or for the sea snake? I
No, no,
forgot.
no. He goes to Colorus.
Yeah, okay, Colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Rivermark. It's called Rivermark.
okay,
Where
Rivermark,
Colorus
okay.
is Rivermark. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you can tell like he's like coughing. He's like old now. It's like it's just he goes over there, and I'm like, why is he visiting here? And you know, and then you're like, oh, and you find out that like, you know, well, it's time to you know, get our kids married. And
Yeah.
and it's funny is because like you hear Colors is just like, oh, you know, what will his last name be? You know, yeah. So it's just like,
Yeah.
so it's just like, yeah, he really, really wants like the title of like king or something like that, or king regent or whatever. And but it's just like, yeah. So he's just like, oh well, you know, at the beginning it would just be what's it called again? Your last name, right? And then
Yeah.
and then after that it'll be my last name, and just like, and he's like, oh, fuck, I guess, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So it's like it's shaky at best, the alliance forged. But
yeah.
you can tell that they wanted it to happen because what do you call this? At first, before the incident in the wedding, it was like Viserys was like saying 7 days of feasting and 7 days of tourneys, then they get married. But right after Kristen Cole pummels Joffrey to death, like, okay, go, just get married.
Get married now.
Just get married now.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's just like if I was if I was Laenor, right? I would be like, no, fuck this. This is off. But the thing is that like I know like he is trying to think about, you know, like this shit happens now, and I need to think about my future. I need to think about the future of my family, my lineage. And it's, man, like for me, I felt bad for Joffrey. Like I actually felt bad for him because he's like he didn't know like that it was gonna be like a blackmail kind of thing, right? Like he's just like, hey, you know, we found out like who's the, you know, the side piece is you know, Kristen Cole. He goes over there, he's like, hey, so you know, you have her and I have him, so we're gonna keep a secret. And then yeah, he's like, what? How do you know? You're not supposed to know. You know, I'm gonna kill you. And then like, you know, like for reals, I thought Damon was gonna pull some shit.
Yeah. It's a good subversion, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone thought like, oh, Damon's gonna pull off some crazy shit again. It's like, no, someone else did it. Someone who's not in his proper mental state, which makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
because like
But,
given the naivete and innocence of Kristen Cole, yeah, it makes sense that he wouldn't know how to handle that situation. If like, oh shoot, someone knows. Like, given how pure of heart he is, and given Joffrey's like trying to, yeah, I know, dude, I know. Of course, if that was me, and given my background of like being honorable, my honor's tainted, it's like, oh crap, okay, so more people know now. So yeah, okay, you don't get to blackmail me. Yeah, definitely, it drove him over the edge, which was. But then, right when he's about, because like, if you were Chris, it's like, okay, my life's over. I'm the King's Guard, and I just showed me rampaging on a royal wedding. Okay, my life's over. But then he gets saved, and a twist of fate, he gets saved by Allison. Like, no, stop. I have plans for you, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Mhm.
oh man, the crappy thing is that like I actually like I understand why Rhaenyra did what she did, but like it's sort of like it's like what can you do, right? You feel sorry for Sir Joffrey or Kristen? I feel sorry for both of them,
Both of them.
right? Because Joffrey did not see it coming, right? He did not see that he was gonna die that day, right?
Yeah.
It's and it was for him. It was just like, hey, it's all it's I'm just having a little bit of fun. I'm just sort of like teasing him a little bit, that me and him are in like the secret. We are we are the side pieces. We're the whores, quote unquote whores, right? And I also feel bad for Sir Kristen is because like he had to result to he had to resort to doing something so crazy, knowing that he's gonna no matter what he's probably gonna end up dying, and like he lost he lost a person that like he's in love with, and like in return like she did not give him anything, and he's like, what, I'm just gonna be your side piece? No. So like, I feel bad for him. Of course, Joffrey definitely got a short end of the stick. Like he lost his life, but so Kristen like now with Allison, like they might pull some shit, right? Like, and we're not sure how big of a time jump is going to be. Like for me, like what the king passes out at the end of the episode, right? He sort of like drops, like he sort of blacks out or something like that because of his sickness. So is is this the last time we actually going to see of him, or is he going to be in the next episode like very old? Like we're not sure. We're not sure how far ahead the time jump is going to be since they're all going to look a lot older. And man, it's and we're not even sure like what is going to be happening with like Damon, like what like and with Laenor and with the kingdom, and if Viserys is dead, like within that time is Rhaenyra, the queen is or isn't. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions. Like I'm super excited for tomorrow's episode. Like I want to
Yeah,
see
for
more.
sure. For sure. It's gonna get wild in the next episode.
Yeah. But what's it called again? It's like I don't know, like this episode. Like it seems like the Rings of Power had more things happening that I didn't care about, right? Like oh some they actually has like there's actually an action scene, several action scenes in the Rings of Power, versus this one has probably zero action scenes, like actual fighting or anything like that. But yet this one basically held my attention the entire way, and it felt like every episode felt very short. What do you guys predict will happen to Sir Kristen Cole in the next episode? I don't know. What do you think, Grae?
I would think Alicent, given she's the queen, so given Viserys is not in good condition, Alicent will stay. He stays as Kingsguard. That's what I would. That's my take. Because she has the power. She's the next apart from Rhaenyra. I mean, she's still the queen, right? She still has a
Mhm.
say on what will happen to Kristen. So I don't think there's anyone who's gonna refute that. Like it's kind of petty for others to. I can the only one who's gonna be in opposition to Kristen Cole staying in as Kingsguard is probably Laenor, because like
Yeah.
he killed his lover, but I don't think Laenor is has the backing to be able to do anything substantial to Kristen Cole for now. So what Allison would probably do is keep Kristen Cole in power, but he's gonna be part of her plans, whatever that will be in the future. That's my take.
How I feel about Kristen Cole is like I feel that she might use him against Rhaenyra in some sort of way. I'm not sure. Like
Mhm.
if Viserys is no longer like healthy and he, we all, I'm assuming he's going to die. Um, like he might use him as like her whore. I don't know. Like maybe like he and like I'm not sure, but like I think that yeah I do agree with Grae that he's going to be kept on as Kingsguard for sure. But the thing is, like, it's probably going to be under her. Like he's probably going to be protecting her versus like actually the king. So I don't know. That's all I can see. Like I don't
Yeah,
see too far ahead.
Yeah, yeah. But once that happens, Kristen's gonna be like a forced double agent for Rhaenyra and Allison, which is gonna be really strange. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's caught up with all this, and I can imagine it's gonna transition his character so much, like from the good honorable soldier, it's gonna go downhill from there. It's like he's gonna become something far more sinister and wicked, just so he could survive and play the Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm definitely looking forward to it. What's it called again? I it's sort of crazy how like how like the whole like incest thing with she's basically like in love with her uncle. And I wonder, what's gonna happen with that, right? Like if Damon is gonna be like a side piece or something like that, or like is he going to like somehow, like once Viserys dies, like he sort of, I don't know, usurps the throne, right? And maybe usurps the throne, takes the throne for himself, and like weds like Rhaenyra or something like that. Like I have a feeling he's gonna do something like that. I and what speaking of Damon, remember that part where like uh what's it called again? The person from the Vale was like, "Oh, she is my cousin, right? She's my
Oh, right, we
cousin."
forgot about that. We forgot.
Yeah, like she's
Yeah,
my cousin. Yeah, yeah. I got the impression Viserys dies this last episode. We're not 100% sure yet. We're not sure
yeah.
yet.
My take is if what Angry Joe says is true, I would think he researched it well because Rhaenyra, the actresses of Rhaenyra and Allison, apparently according to Angry Joe, this is the final episode where you see them. So the next episode is gonna be their more adult. Is the more as the adult actresses. So these two kids actors, probably teen actresses. So this is their last episode, this wedding. So in the next episode, it's gonna be their adult selves. If that is true, I imagine Viserys already passed on, because that's too much. That's too much of a time skip for Viserys to still be alive, in my opinion. But if that's not true, if it's still these two actresses, then Viserys will probably have his last final moments. That's what I think.
Yeah, like I believe so too. Like if what's it called again? He is still alive. It might be like one more episode. Like he might be like super old or something like that. Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.